Good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to another new vlog. I'm back in Sutton Park today. I've come to an area which is known as Bracebridge Pool, and just out on the pool, virtually right in the middle of the pool, there's a little island with a couple of trees on it, and I want to try and capture a shot of that island. But it's some distance away from where I am, so I'm having to use the 70 to 300mm lens and zoom right into 300mm to try and capture a shot of this. I think it looks quite good. I've taken a couple of shots so far and I haven't decided exactly which one I want to use just yet, but I'm going to show you the images on screen now and let you decide which is your favourite. Comment in the comments box please and let me know what you think. I don't know if you can see just over my shoulder, just here, that's the island that I was talking about, and that's the shot I'm trying to capture. But obviously I can't decide which is my favourite image of these that I've just shown you. So I'm going to move on now and see if I can capture another image. This time I want to go to the far side of this pond and try and capture something else, another shot of that island from over in this direction, somewhere here. And I think there's quite an interesting shot to be had there. Just on my way to that spot that I wanted to go to capture another image of that island, I've had to walk through a bit of woodland along the side of the pond. I've walked through there many times before, and along the way there are several troughs and ditches within the path, and they are spanned by wooden boards that are basically wooden boardwalks, and you only get one at regular intervals. You don't get basically an entire boardwalk running all the way through the woodland. It's just one little wooden boardwalk every 10 or 15 metres or so, and it looks like since the last time I was here that they've been reinstated, or at least some of them have been rebuilt to make them last a little bit longer. They were starting to look a little bit tatty the last time I was here, and the woodland floor itself is very muddy, and it always is because we're right by this pond here, which I'm going to turn around and you can see behind me now just through the trees here, and as I turn further round, again just through the trees, you'll be able to see the island as I get a little bit closer, so I can capture a shot of that. But on the way through I've walked across those wooden boardwalks and I've found little spots right in the middle of one of them where I've looked back along the path, and there's a really interesting composition along that way, back the way I've come. So I might head back that way when I've finished here and see if I can capture that composition. The only difficulty was that it's a proper pathway where people are always walking through, and at the moment, with it being the summer holidays, there's a lot of people walking along that pathway at the moment, so every few hundred yards I'm bumping into somebody else, which means that it makes it a little bit difficult to stop and set up a tripod right in the middle of one of those wooden boardwalks to take a photo of the path leading way back behind me, when people may well be walking along the path itself. But I'll give it a go anyway. Right now though, I know there are at least two spots just a few yards away from where I'm standing where I can capture interesting compositions of that little island in the middle of the pond. And I'm obviously much closer to it now, having walked around to the far end of the pond. So maybe this is going to be wide angle lens 17 to 40mm instead of 70 to 300mm. So that could be an interesting one. And maybe I can get down low and capture this at a slightly lower angle as well. Whilst I was trying to take that last shot, or that last couple of shots, I got talking to a guy who was paddleboarding on the pond out here, and he's obviously decided to follow me on Instagram. So Dan, if you're watching, thanks very much for that. Look forward to seeing you again sometime. Anyway, I've come a little bit further down to the side of the pond now, so that I can try and get a much closer shot of this particular island behind me. If I swing round, you can just see it just over my shoulder, just there. That's it there. I'm trying to get a decent shot of that now with the 17 to 40mm lens, hopefully long exposure, and try and capture some of this sky as well. So I might have to crack open quite a few of the different filters to get this one just right, because the sky is quite bright compared to the rest of the scene. So I'm going to set up and see what I can do now. Well, I'm heading back through the woodland now, across those wooden boardwalks, and obviously I'm going to stop and capture that image that I was talking to you about earlier, the one that I spotted in the woodland. I think that one's going to have to be quite a bit different to the others that I've taken. All of the other images I've taken today have been long exposures or shots into the light of that one subject, and I think I found the spot I was looking for. Yep, here it is, just behind me. I don't know if you can see that. As you go along these wooden boardwalks here, there are several trees along the side of the pathway, and the boardwalk itself, the boardwalks themselves and the trees create quite an interesting composition through that, along that pathway there. But obviously it is a public footpath, so I have to try and keep out of the way of everybody when they're walking past or cycling past. That's going to be difficult, as I've got to set up my tripod actually on top of one of these boardwalks. But let's give it a shot anyway. Well, that was that then, ladies and gentlemen. I've taken slightly longer out here today than I expected to have done, mainly because I've spent a lot of time shooting long exposures of the same subject in different positions. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. I'm going to call it a day here now, and if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again on another video very shortly. Bye for now.